Ulfberht Swords. Swords were a crucial weapon during the Middle Ages, used both by infantry and cavalry in battle. They were also a symbol of status and wealth, and none were prized higher than those that bore the mark of Ulfberht. Ulfberht swords are shrouded in mystery, but we do know that they were likely crafted in the Kingdom of Francia, an area that encompassed modern-day France and Germany, renowned for producing the finest swords of the time. The Ulfberht brand was said to have been the pinnacle of sword making in Francia, creating blades that were sharper, stronger, and more flexible than any other sword. This gave the user a significant advantage in battle, as they could rely on their sword to block an enemy's weapon without fear of it shattering, and could easily slice through the mail armour worn by their opponents. The secret behind the Ulfberht swords' superior quality lies in their precise distribution of carbon within the blade. Steel swords were made by mixing iron and carbon to create steel, but getting the right balance of carbon was crucial. Too much carbon made the sword brittle and prone to breaking, while too little made it prone to bending. The Ulfberht swords were able to achieve the perfect balance, resulting in blades that were sharper and more durable than any other. Throughout the centuries, thousands of Viking swords have been uncovered, emerging from rivers, excavations, and burials across Scandinavia and Northern Europe. But of these many blades, only a select few, numbering 171, bear the mark of Ulfberht, further entrenching the enigma surrounding what some experts consider the ultimate weapon of the most fearsome warriors to ever take to the field of battle. The Piri Reis Map. On October 9, 1929, the German theologian Gustav Adolf Diesmann was conducting research in the Topkapi Palace Library when he stumbled upon an unexpected discovery. Commissioned by the Turkish Ministry of Education to catalogue non-Islamic items, Diesmann requested to search the place for old maps and charts. The director, Halil Edhem, came across the bundle of discarded materials, which he handed over to Diesmann. It was then that he realised the significance of his find, a unique map drawn by the famous cartographer Piri Reis. He immediately brought it to the attention of the Orientalist Paul Carl for further analysis. The map, dating from 1513, depicted not only Europe and North Africa, but also the coast of Brazil and several islands including the Azores, Canary Islands and the mythical island of Antilla, but most amazingly, Antarctica, a continent that wasn't officially discovered for another 300 years. The most perplexing aspect of the map is not that it calls into question the chronology of several exploratory discoveries, but that it shows Antarctica's topography in great detail without any ice cover, a condition that hasn't existed for over 6,000 years. Although the map's accuracy is mixed, and other accurate maps were created later in the 16th century, the depiction of Antarctica is particularly intriguing. How did a Turkish admiral from centuries ago manage to map a continent that has been covered in ice for millennia? The Sacsayhuaman Walls. Perched high above the city of Cusco at an elevation of more than 3,500 meters, the majestic walls of Sacsayhuaman astounded the Spanish conquistadors upon their arrival. The sheer scale and precision of these ancient structures, built by a people deemed by the conquistadors as ignorant and lacking the intelligence to create such wonders, left them in awe. Comprising 3 concentric walls, each averaging 360 meters in length and 6 meters in height, the walls are constructed from limestone blocks weighing an astonishing 300 tons each. Amazingly, no mortar or cement was used to bind these massive blocks together, yet they are expertly carved and placed with such precision that not even a razor blade can fit in between them. Scientists have attempted to replicate the Sacsayhuaman walls on a smaller scale and have failed to match the tight joints of the ancient structures. The Sacsayhuaman walls are a true testament to the remarkable engineering and architectural abilities of the ancient civilization that built them. The Dropa Stones. In 1938, an expedition led by archaeologists in China reported making an astonishing discovery. Nearby caves held traces of an ancient culture and buried under thick layers of dust. Hundreds of stone discs lay scattered about the cave's interior. 9 inches in diameter, with a circle cut into their centres and an obvious spiral groove, the discs were believed to be more than 10,000 years old. But the spiral, as it turns out, was composed of tiny hieroglyphs. When studied and translated, it was revealed that the discs told the story of spaceships that had crashed into the mountains, piloted by people who called themselves the Dropa. Russian researchers requested the discs for studying, and China actually sent a few to Moscow. In the famous Soviet magazine Sputnik, they described an experiment where the discs were supposedly placed on a special turntable whereby they were shown to vibrate or hum in an unusual rhythm as though an electric charge was passing through them. However, research wasn't continued, or at least it wasn't made public. Nowadays, none of these stones are displayed in any world museum, and all the research was shrouded in the secrecy of the Cold War. Quite frankly, we don't even know if the stones exist. If they do, they remain one of the most mysterious and debated artifacts in the world. The claims of ancient aliens and ancient technologies have been met with skepticism and doubt, and without concrete evidence or further scientific analysis, it's difficult to say for certain what the true nature of the stone discs are. The Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery is an ancient artifact that was discovered in the 1930s in the village of Khoyut Rabo near Baghdad, Iraq. The artifact consists of a clay pot that contains a copper cylinder and an iron rod. It is believed to date back to the Parthian period, around 250 BC. The battery consists of 3 main parts. First is the clay pot. It is roughly a cylindrical shape and is around 13 centimeters tall and has an opening at the top. It then has a copper cylinder. The cylinder is around 8 centimeters tall and has a diameter of about 4 centimeters. It fits snugly inside the clay pot and has a small opening at the top. The third part is an iron rod, which is about 11 centimeters long and has a diameter of about 1 centimeter. It is inserted through the small opening at the top of the copper cylinder. The artifact is thought to have been used as a galvanic cell, which is an early form of battery. The clay pot would have been filled with an electrolyte solution such as vinegar or wine, and the iron and copper elements would have functioned as electrodes. When the iron and copper electrodes were placed into the solution, an electrical current would have been generated. The Baghdad Battery is considered to be an important discovery, as it is one of the earliest known examples of an electrical device. It is also significant as it suggests that ancient civilizations possessed an understanding of electricity and electrochemistry which was previously thought to be a modern development. Thank you for watching Sideways Histories. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue to embark on our journey through the past. And as always, stay curious.